Discover solutions to issues that affect your family and professional life with practical information to help you get past life's adversities. Take a proactive approach to power up your life with Rosalie's expert resources.
According to a new survey released by the National Retail Federation, American parents with kids in kindergarten through 12th grade will shell out about $24.9 billion, a drop of about 6% from last year. On average, a family with school-age kids will spend $630.36 this year, the lowest it's been since 2011. From grade school through college, there are school supplies and tech that kids must have for the school year. Emmy Award-winning TV host and technology expert Katie Linendahl has a guide to the most awesome must-haves for students of all ages. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Katie, appearance is huge for kids, so what's your favorite go-to school gear for students of all ages?
Yeah, let's start in the world of backpacks, because for me, it was always like the coolest thing, like, oh, checking out everybody's backpack. What do they have? 5 Star, which is a brand, of course, you're familiar with, has leveled up this year. And check this out. Whether you are looking for a backpack with 7 inches of extra storage, one with insulation so you can throw your lunch in there and keep it cool, or one with an extra compartment, because nowadays, of course, you have your tablet or other devices to put inside there. Rip-resistant materials, 3 different colors, and also they pair great with things like the tablet stand and notebook case that Mead offers. So 5 Star backpacks, awesome option.
Footwear creates a student's cool factor. So what's a must-have for kids' busy feet?
Must-have for busy feet and must-have for staying tricked out head to toe. Kids Foot Locker, awesome options when it comes to staying hip. There are some really cool ones, including, of course, this looks very familiar. This is the Adidas Original Pro Sneaker, classic shell toe, iconic look head to toe. Comes in a number of different colors. And of course, you complete the look. You deck it out with a Superstar track top and Taro pants. Awesome for any age, and again, at Kids Foot Locker.
Any new high-quality audio that's great on the go?
It's always great when you get that recommendation for high-quality audio on the go and very portable. And this is from Shure. This is the MV88. And what's awesome about it is high-quality audio that for your iPhone, you just pop that little gadget right into the lightning port. Awesome for professors' lectures, note-takings. If you're going to a performance or an event on campus, easy to use. Download the free app, customize it with easy recording features.
What's new for students that want to take a break and amplify some music?
Yeah, Rosalie, you and I always talk about good quality audio. It's one of the things I'm obsessed with. And of course, the brand KEF is known for their great in-depth quality audio. And this one here is modern, sleek-looking unit. This is their Egg wireless digital music system. You can't go wrong here. Incredibly versatile. Not only, of course, can you listen to it via Bluetooth from your tablet or your phone, you can connect it to a TV, laptop, Xbox. Amazing for an apartment or a dorm or even for a home. It's a brand that's been around for 55 years and known for superior audio quality. So again, the KEF Egg wireless music system.
To get that homework done, what's the best reliable laptop that's affordable and has it all?
Laptops are an absolute must these days when it comes to back to school. And right in front of me, this is actually from the shops.tv, where they have a wide range of back to school laptops. But the really great part about shopping on there is this one in front of me, for example, this is a 15.6-inch Inspiron 3000. Great specs in here, all the power that you need, Windows 10, 500 gig hard drive, software package, free shipping and returns. Awesome option for anybody that needs a laptop for back to school. Well, and I feel like these are must-haves. I can tell you I have a full day. It's looking at about a 20-hour day, and I know that my iPhone is going to go out of battery. So what's great is to have these awesome accessories from Belkin. First up, the Mix-It Metallic Power Pack. 2 USB ports, slim and portable. It's going to keep your devices powered throughout the day. So when you're running low, you know what? Just go ahead and pop in the power pack and you'll be all set. Also the home charger, which is awesome because you can actually use that in a wall socket and always be within reach of battery boost. And of course, the little things like the Lightning to USB connector, which everybody knows and loves. These all in rose gold, which is of course a huge tech color this year.
All right, Katie, send us where we can find more information on all you showed us.
Yes, all this info can be found over at thunknews.com/backtoschool.
Thanks, Katie, for joining us this morning with the most awesome must-haves for students of all ages.
Thank you.
65% of Florida high school graduates will pursue post-secondary education beginning at a Florida college. 82% of freshmen and sophomore minority students will attend one of Florida's 28 colleges. So college kids may be ready to fly the coop, but they'll want to feather their new nest with the comforts of home. Emmy Award winner and consumer technology journalist Jennifer Jolly has some super cool tips to turn their dorm room into a cozy, teched-out retreat. Good morning, Jennifer.
Good morning, Rosalie. That's exactly right. Today, heading off to campus means staying connected, but it also means really keeping in mind a budget. So I have a bunch of stuff here. This entire room, dorm room that I'm in, was teched out by Amazon, and everything in here is $115 or less.
Jennifer, any solutions for those students who will miss asking their parents a million questions, like my son, calling me and texting me every 2 seconds?
Well, for college kids, college students who have a million burning questions and can't just holler from downstairs like my daughter does, "Hey mom, what's this, thing that I need right this second?" There is this little device called the Amazon Tap. This is really one of the best Bluetooth speakers on the market today, but it also can really fill in as kind of a surrogate parent of sorts because it's Alexa enabled. And Alexa is like a personal assistant. You just tap the top, ask a question like, "Alexa, what's the weather? Alexa, what are the sports scores? Alexa, help me get a plane ticket home, order a pizza," any kind of thing. And Alexa is there with the answers.
So what ideas can you share with parents on how students can spend their rare, precious downtime?
Well, for that, there is the Fire TV. It's just a small little device, but all you have to do is plug it into any old television, and it turns any TV into a smart TV for a fraction of the cost. It easily connects to Wi-Fi for streaming, offers a massive collection of TV shows and movies via Netflix, Amazon Video, HBO Go. It also comes Alexa enabled, so you can just ask her to play shows or catch up on sports scores. And this is Amazon's Fire. This is a tablet, their best-selling tablet of all time, for good reason, because it's really small. It's got this 7-inch display. You can read it outside in the daylight, which I love. It's got front and rear-facing cameras for all those selfies, quad-core processor for multitasking magic, but students, this is the best part. You can rent e-textbooks and cart around entire libraries, volumes and volumes of textbooks on this one little tiny device.
We all need a helping hand, so what can help students stay alert while studying in their dorm?
Well, college co-eds, we know they need their caffeine fix, just like the rest of us do, to get up and get going in the morning. And for that, Keurig, this little K15, this tiny little machine right here, is really hot right now. This brews up more than 400 flavors of coffee and other hot beverages. It's small enough to fit in cramped quarters, comes in cool colors, and it really offers great cups of coffee at a fraction of the cost of running out to a cafe every morning. So they love this. Easy to clean up, really, really handy.
Any suggestions for something special for parents who are suffering from that empty nest blues?
Yeah, definitely modern technology can soften that whole empty nest thing a little bit, that separation anxiety. And for that, we have this thing called video calling today that we never had before, like when I was in college. And for that, there's really some beautiful HD Pro web cameras like this one from Logitech. This is just an amazing little camera. They can just clip it right onto their laptop. The video is so clear, it feels like you're in the same room. You've got full 1080p on Skype, 720p on FaceTime, really crystal clear video. Audio quality is awesome. And you can schedule weekly chats or just an impromptu catch-up sesh. It's great for students also who want to use it for video calling with their classmates or catching up with their high school friends via Facebook. It's just a fabulous little gadget, add-on, and can make you guys feel like you're in the same room again. For better or worse, for both sides, you can be in the same room again, almost.
What tips can you share to ensure parents supply their kids with whatever they need, when they need it, as soon as possible?
Absolutely. Parents and students alike should know about Amazon Prime Student. This is the way for everybody to get 30+ million items at discount prices. So students have access to books, movies, TV, sports, music, free unlimited photo storage. And if the kids themselves are footing the bill, they get a 6-month trial. After that, they pay just half the price of a regular membership, and you have things within 2 days. It's a snap, and you can even sometimes use the campus store. Amazon is opening up campus stores across the nation, so you could order something, toilet paper, tablets, whatever they need, order something, and they can just walk down to their little store on campus and pick it up.
So where can our viewers learn more about all you presented?
Check all this out at Amazon.com.
Thanks, Jennifer, for joining us this morning and sharing all of your tips to help college students feel cozy and all teched out in their new dorm home.
Thank you.
Many kids heading back to school this new school year are worried about more than the latest fashions and trendy tech gadgets. A recent poll found that a majority of today's tweens and teens believe it's their job to fix and repair the environment. And teachers across the country are revising lesson plans to help them do that. Joining us this morning is Charles Best, founder and CEO of DonorsChoose.org, to discuss environmental education and a new $1 million fund to help teachers across the country. Good morning, Charles.
Good morning, Rosalie.
Charles, as a former teacher, what was the motivation to educate students to preserve and repair our environment?
Well, environmental education combines biology, chemistry, economics, and most importantly, it's hands-on. Students these days don't want to just be quiet and learn off a chalkboard or a textbook. They want to apply their learning. They want to see how the subject material can enable them to change the world around them, or in this case, to save and protect the environment.
What can you suggest as a fun and easy way teachers can get involved to promote projects that will fix the environment?
Well, I think the most important thing is that not only are teachers creating these environmental experiences for their students, but Tom's of Maine is launching a $1 million Green Year School Fund so that people can give to environmental classroom projects on DonorsChoose.org and see their donations doubled. And now people can go to greenschoolfund.com to see the most innovative and imaginative of these ideas so that both parents and teachers can draw inspiration about how they too can help kids, help students save and protect the environment.
Studying the environment is full of surprises and unexpected advantages.
Absolutely. Well, I want to give one in your own state. In Polo Park Middle School in Wellington, Florida, Mr. Smith created a project to integrate environmental education throughout the school. They are growing a garden, they have launched a recycling program, they have an energy audit program, and it shows how one teacher in one school can help all their students appreciate just how straightforward and easy it is to save and protect our environment.
So how will students studying the environment benefit all of us in the long range?
Well, I think it means that when they go to college and they graduate from college, they will be citizen environmentalists who are able to show the people around them how anyone, through recycling, through reduced energy use, can help to preserve our environment.
Charles, I am personally committed to creating awareness when I see someone littering our Florida environment.
Greenschoolfund.com is a way for anyone to see the ways that students and teachers are coming up with their own ways, just as you have, to helping people preserve the environment.
So how can a school get money to support a classroom environmental project?
Absolutely. Well, at DonorsChoose.org, which is the nonprofit crowdfunding site that I started when I was a high school teacher myself, teachers can get funding for classroom project requests of any type. If that project is an environmental project, Toms of Maine will match anyone's donation to that project. That's what this $1 million Green Your School Fund is all about.
So can you apply online?
Absolutely. Any public school teacher can create an environmental project online, and anyone in America can support that project and go to greenschoolfund.com to vote on the most innovative of those projects.
Oh, that's wonderful. So it's a competition as well.
Exactly.
Thanks, Charles, for sharing your educational excitement with a great mission to keep our environment clean and green.
Thank you, Rosalie.
A study conducted by the American Psychological Association finds people who prefer sweet to savory flavors are more agreeable, which means they are also more likely to be cooperative, compassionate, and amicable. So if your sweet tooth favors a frozen dessert, listen up. Joining us this morning is Ann O'Leary, also known as Alice in Dairyland. She's Wisconsin's agricultural ambassador. And Quinn Adkins, Culver's Director of Menu Development. They join us to share the facts and distinct differences between ice cream and frozen custard. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning, Rosalie.
Good morning.
So tell us about the history of frozen custard and how it became wildly popular.
Custard really kind of found its roots in Coney Island, but it was in 1933 in Chicago at the World Fair that it really kind of got its national debut, and it just exploded in popularity. And it kind of slowly spread throughout the Midwest until it becomes the well-known treat that we all love today.
So let's clear up some confusion here. What's the difference between custard versus ice cream?
So our classic custard recipe uses more cream and less air than ice cream. As you may know, ice cream can have up to 50% or more air mixed into it, where custard only has about 20%. So that gives you a much thicker, more decadent experience.
And I'll add to that custard is going to be a little bit richer than ice cream because there's egg yolk incorporated into its mix.
One of the things we also do is we small batch our custard, and we freeze it very quickly and then slow churn it throughout the day, so our guests are guaranteed the freshest, highest quality product possible.
Quinn, as the executive chef for Culver's Restaurants, how is frozen custard made and served up?
So we have a variety of different ways that we serve our vanilla custard. We can do it as a scoop, as a sundae. We have concrete mixers, And we have over 30 different ingredients that we can mix into that for our guests so they can really create something that's unique and means a lot to them.
And how did you get involved in the agricultural aspect of dairy?
Well, I actually have a really interesting background. I did not grow up on a farm, yet I was able to show dairy cattle through 4-H, which allowed me to fall in love with the industry. And now my full-time job is to be Alice in Dairyland, and I promote Wisconsin's $88.3 billion agricultural industry every single day.
So how healthy is custard as a sweet treat compared to ice cream?
So as Ann mentioned, there is egg in custard, which really kind of helps contribute to that richness. And we like to think that custard is a great treat to enjoy in moderation, but it's probably on par with ice cream, but it has a far superior flavor. And I would say that because it is so rich and decadent, you really need to eat probably just a little bit less to satisfy that sweet craving that you might have. So I think that there's just no comparison between the two, and I would never go back to, lowly ice cream after having been exposed to custard for the last year.
So what's your favorite choice of custard on National Custard Day?
Wow, there are so many favorites, but I will tell you that turtle is probably one of the most popular, and then we have cookies and cream, we have salted caramel in a lot of our flavors of the day, but a lot of people really like to start with just our vanilla custard and then customize it and make it truly uniquely their own, which is what our guests will be able to do on National Vanilla Frozen Custard Day. It was such a tough choice because I'm always torn between a concrete mixer or a sundae, but this year I went with a vanilla concrete mixer with some peanut butter cups and just a little bit of hot fudge thrown in.
And I think one of the things that I really got out of National Custard Day was that it's an opportunity to celebrate the dairy industry behind the custard while really enjoying that delicious treat.
Thanks, Ann and Quinn, for inspiring our viewers to whip up some frozen custard creations to stay sweet.
Thank you, Rosalie.
Thank you.
Here in Florida and throughout the nation, there has been passionate arguments on both sides of the debate around genetically modified foods. Recently passed federal legislation now means that we will soon see more GMO labels on the food that you buy at the grocery store. Here to discuss what are GMOs and how safe they are for you and your family to eat is Connie Dykman, former president of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. Good morning, Connie.
Good morning.
All right, Connie, so define what are GMOs?
Well, GMOs basically are genetic modifications where a gene from one plant is moved to another plant to achieve an outcome. And the outcomes will vary, whether it's increased yield, drought resistance, using less pesticides. The bottom line is they're another technology for the farmer to be able to maximize whether it's their crop production, and generally with GM that's what we're looking at, but it's to generally end up with, I can produce more food. And when you look at the projected population growth, that's an important piece. We're going to need more food to feed more people.
So that's why we need GMOs in our food?
We need this technology. You know, farmers may choose a variety of technologies, and actually they do, because what they're focused on is how do I get the best crop for the consumer. So having this technology gives them just one more thing that they can now look at as a way to produce the quality food, the quantity food that we're going to need when we get to 2050 and have 10 billion people on the earth.
So foods with GMO, are they as safe as non-GMO foods?
Well, you know, that's the exciting news. As a registered dietitian, it's easy for me to say, we know that there is safety in GM foods. Number one, they've been on the market in the food supply for close to 20 years. So we've been consuming them. Number two, before they ever got to the market, there was 20 to 30 years of research to prove their safety. So they weren't allowed to go out into the market until they were demonstrated as being safe. And then finally, the really exciting thing is a very big study this spring from the National Academies of Science, where they went through all of this scientific evidence, and they came out and said, GM foods are safe for humans and animals to consume, and there is no connection to increased disease risk, obesity, or food allergies from their consumption. That's really good news.
But in the past, Connie, many organizations expressed fears about the consumption of foods with GMOs.
There's a lot of confusion out there. People don't understand food. Many people haven't been to farms. They don't really know what goes on. How does food get from there to the table? And food, of course, is very personal. So people want to know what's going on and what should I know. I think the confusion has been our challenge. And now what we're looking at is, let's talk about this so everybody really is comfortable with the food they're consuming.
So what does the new standards in GMO labeling mean to consumers?
When we look at the new label piece, first of all, we don't exactly know what that's going to mean because the law did just get signed, so now we have a waiting period for them to be developed. But in the interim, I think what is good for the consumer to remember is labeling that's on the front of a package is about selling that food. So low sodium, low fat, low cholesterol, whatever it might say. Where you really want to go is that nutrition facts panel, because that's where you're going to see, what am I going to feed my family? The list of ingredients, what is actually in there? Those two pieces aren't going to change going forward with this new regulation. Those two pieces you can trust for the information you need to make those food choices.
So Connie, tell us about GMOanswers.com and the role you and other professionals are playing as a resource.
GMOanswers.com is a great website, actually, and not just because I'm involved with it, but it's a great place for consumers to go. It's an online resource. They can find great basic information as it relates to the GM food arena. But what's really fun, exciting, a great opportunity is you can submit a question. So you can go on there, submit your question. Those questions come to us as volunteer experts. We provide the answer. We use the science. I use the science of food nutrition to answer those nutrition-related questions and now give that back to the consumer so that they can feel good about the food choices they're making.
So is that like a chat line?
It's similar to that, but it's not immediate. But yes, the questions go in, we get them, and they go back to the consumer.
So stay tuned for future new GMO labeling.
I think if people stay in touch with GMOanswers.com, it will be a great help for them.
Thank you, Connie, for joining us this morning to bring clarity on GMO labeling and how the new website, GMOanswers.com, will help educate consumers.
Thank you.
Parents are preparing for another school year as they plan and protect their child's academic investment while teaching them the importance of reading food labels to grow a healthy mind and body. And proactive students are getting involved to protect, fix, and repair our environment to benefit all Floridians. Share with us how you plan and protect your child's academic and environmental investment at facebook.com/Rose Lee Show. And follow us on Instagram at The Rose Lee Show. And watch this episode and many others here at ION Television or 24/7 at RoselyArcherShow.com. Thank you for joining us this morning, and we look forward for you to join us again real soon.